welcome to Nene's Preppin' Kitchen. And today I'm going to be working in my kitchen, and we are going to be using one of my preps that I made in October, and that is some pumpkin that I pureed. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to make some homemade pumpkin bread, and I'm going to be making it and giving it as a gift. You know, who doesn't like something hot and homemade and, you know, put some butter on top of it? I would sure love to have that as a gift. And, you know, like I've said before, I'm trying to keep it simple. And, you know, not everyone out there is able to do what they would like to do, you know, and but that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy the season, that we can't be joyful, you know. And that's what Christmas is all about, being joyful. And I know a lot of it, you know, people right now are struggling. And, you know, just know that it's okay. Know that everything will work out. You know, here just last week I was having a rough time of it, yeah. And, you know, I was like, God, why am I going through this right now, you know? And questioning God, yeah. And, you know, he's like, I'll take care of you. You know, don't worry. I will take care of things. Just know that I'm here and I'm listening. And, you know, it wasn't but a day or two, and I'm like, wow. And, you know, just how things can change from one day to the next. You know, don't give up. I mean, if you're having a tough time, don't give up. Know that there's people out there in your same situation. Know that we have a God above that will wash over you and take care of you. And, you know, if you have a person yourself that you can reach out to, you know, show them your love, show them your kindness. Maybe give them a card. Pick up your phone, give them a call. You know, just small, simple things in life can uplift someone else. And us as preppers, you know, it's not all about preparing, you know, getting things ahead that we may need. Maybe someone that you know can use something that you've prepped. So I just wanted to reach out to you all out there and just let everyone know, you know, that everything's going to be okay, you know, and keep prepping because someone else may need what you've prepped. You may be able to help someone else out. And so anyway, I'm going to get to making some homemade pumpkin bread, and I hope you stay till the end and enjoy the video. So, and maybe I'll go and show you what I've got in the background. You may be able to hear it. It's getting kind of loud. I'll go over and show you real quick before we get to cooking. Right there, I've got my dehydrator going, and I am dehydrating some green beans, and cut down there some peas, and at the very bottom I've got some corn. I think I'm going to take this guy in the other room though, because it is just a little bit loud. There we go. That's a little bit quieter. But I'm doing some frozen vegetables in the dehydrator, so kind of got two things going at once. But the dehydrator, it does its own thing, so not a whole lot of work into that, but it is a prep. So, but we're going to be making the bread. So I got my bowl here, And I got my other stuff right over here that I'm going to be using. So let's get to making some homemade bread. And I'm going to turn my oven on 350 and let that start to heat up. Actually, it says 325, so I better go down. I'll let it get to temp and then take it down to 325. But in a medium bowl, we're going to take and combine our flour, salt, baking powder, and baking soda, and our spices that we have here. And so let's get to making this homemade pumpkin bread. It sounds so delicious. So we're going to start out by adding in 2 cups of our flour. Okay, I switched out bowls and got me just a little bit smaller one. It said medium. This is more small than medium, but I have to go to a bigger bowl here in a bit, so this should be alright. So we're just going to start out here with 2 cups of flour. Get that in there. And then we're going to use a half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. Then from there we want 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And it's half. There we go. And I'm measuring this. As you know, a lot of things I don't measure, but I will measure this for you today. Okay, so we have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then from that, we are going to be adding in a half a teaspoon of baking powder. So get me back over here to my half a teaspoon, which is right here. Get my baking powder opened up. There's the baking powder. Now we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Back here to my 1 teaspoon again. Right in there like that. See if I can get you down a little bit more. Okay, and then it calls for 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I didn't have the nutmeg, but allspice will work. So I'm just going to be adding in about 1 teaspoon of this allspice. Right here. That's a half a teaspoon. Like that. Get the top on it. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of whisk it around. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to take the large bowl that I have right here, and in that we are going to be adding in our butter and our sugar. And I have here 1.5 sticks of butter. It calls for unsalted, but I'm using salted because that's what I had. And now we're going to add in 2 cups of sugar. And get that out of there so I can scoop my sugar. And so we have 1 and 2 on our sugar. Now I'm just going to take and kind of, I guess I could shut my cupboard so I don't hit my head on it. And my butter, I probably could have softened it up a little bit more, but we want to get this mixed up in here. Just mix it really good, get it all combined as well as you can. Okay, after you've got your butter and your sugar combined pretty good here, we're going to take 2 eggs. I'm going to scoot this over, and I'm going to put me 2 eggs into a little cup I have here. And I'm going to beat them for just a minute without the shell. Because I don't think anyone wants to have a shell in their pumpkin bread. So I'm just going to kind of whisk it up right here really good. And we're going to put that egg right in there with your sugar. Now I'm going to mix this up some more. Give it a good whip. Mix, mix, mix. Now if you want to take your electric beater mixer, you can do it that way. But I have people still sleeping, so I'm not going to wake them up with the electric mixer. I'll just use a little elbow grease and get it beat up real good. Okay, that should be just fine. Now we're going to take and add in our pumpkin. Here's my pumpkin puree that I made and froze. I've thawed it out. And now we're going to be making something yummy out of it. Okay. Here we go. Give it a good mix again. Up. I found a pumpkin seed. Probably don't want that in there either. Okay. And mix, mix, mix. Okay, now that we have that mixed up pretty good, I'm going to take my flour mixture that has all the spices and everything nice in it. We're just going to gradually put that in there. So I'm just going to mix up a little bit here at a time. And all the spices, it smells so good. I can't imagine what my house is going to smell like while it's baking. It's going to smell so Christmassy. Have you ever noticed how certain smells at Christmas time bring you back to your childhood? They do me. When you can remember your mama cooking in the kitchen and different smells that you had. Okay. I'm definitely putting some elbow grease into this. It would probably have been easier using the electric mixer. Okay. Workout. Okay. I'm going to get my pans ready and I shall return. Okay, what I'm using today is just some aluminum tray or little loaf pans and a coffee filter that I've got some grease on, and I'm just going to grease it really good. That way you're not getting grease all over your hands. They work pretty well. Okay, here's my oven. Get it greased up. Okay, that looks mixed up pretty good. I can throw that away. Now, next up, we're going to take some flour, and we're going to flour those so our batter don't stick. Just kind of get them good and floured all around the sides. That. And I'll get this one, and I'll have to run this flour over to the garbage can. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got both the pans floured. Now I'm just going to take and put me in some that batter, about half full in each one. Let's see, use one of these to get it off my spoon. Maybe spread it out. So you're just going to divide your pumpkin into each pan like that. It looks like my camera needs down a little bit more. It's hard getting my camera to tilt down that far down without it tipping over. Okay. You know, I'm wondering, I've got me some walnuts here. So I'm thinking I'll do a loaf with walnuts in it and one without. What do y'all think? Walnuts or no walnuts? I think I'm going to do walnuts. Okay. So, I want to make sure I have plenty in my other one there. Okay, so. And these are walnut half pieces that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I think they're going to work out just fine. I don't even have to chop them. I might break them up a few. Oh, there went some in there. Alright, here they go. Here goes the walnuts. I hope the neighbors like walnuts. Okay. There, we have walnuts in it. And another scoop. Get it all in there. Get off my spoon here. And I got probably another scoop right here to go. Oh, it's going to be kind of full. It's going to be a bigger loaf. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. I'll put a little bit over there that didn't have walnuts in it. Okay. I think that's going to work out just right. Kind of even it up here a little bit. And just the same with the other one. And I got my oven ready at 325 degrees. So it is going to go in the oven. It says an hour. So I'll be back when these are done. Make sure you stay tuned. Okay, I have pulled them out of the oven. It actually took a little longer than an hour, but they seem to be done. Pumpkin bread from scratch. I wish you can smell what I'm smelling. It smells so delicious. But anyway, guys, yeah, I hope everyone has a blessed Christmas. And like I said, you know, if you can give someone else a little uplifting during the season that may not be having a very good time right now, do that and pass on some joy to someone else. That's what it is all about. It's not about how many expensive gifts that you can give someone. It's about showing that you care. And yeah. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. To all you newcomers, welcome in to Nene's Prepping Kitchen. I do have Ibotta, Amazon, and Cash App in my description. If you'd like to help the channel out in that way, feel free to. And let's see what else. If you haven't been over to some of my other channels, I'll try to leave that in the description too. We're all a big prepping family, it seems like. So anyway, guys, till next time, toodaloo, God bless, and Merry Christmas.